Welcome back to the Digital Creators Podcast. We're in the stew with Kail.
Thank you for having me.
Kail's back again. But in this episode, I wanted to go a little bit deeper into Kail's story and that. So Kail is a Perth-based tattoo artist. Kail's style is influenced by Japanese art, graffiti culture, realist portraiture, hand lettering, vigilante characters, and anti-establishment culture. Kail grew up in Mandurah. Both his parents are artists, so he was subconsciously influenced by art at a young age. Going to school, Kail drew in books, on his friends, on their clothing and shoes. That's how he got sort of started with art. Kail's been represented at many national tattoo conventions and won an array of awards, including Best Realism Tattoo, Tattoo of the Day, Best Black and Grey Tattoo, Best Colour Tattoo. But I feel like awards don't begin to represent Kail's talent.
Wow, that was really nice of you, bro. I like that how you put that in there.
I like the intro. In this episode, we're going to dive deep into Kail's story, his background, inspiration, and goals for the future.
There was just one little thing there, bro. You said I was
another
from
award?
Mandy? No. You said I was from Mandy. I'm from Rockingham.
Oh, Rockingham? Is
Rockingham, son. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Golden Bay.
Golden Bay, yeah, Rockingham, Secret Harbour. If you know, you know.
Are you full from Rocco? Like, were you born in a Rocco hospital?
Yeah, born in Rocco Hospital from Rocco.
True.
From Rockingham.
True.
Yeah.
Born and bred Rocco.
100%.
So, yeah, obviously you grew up with both your parents, artists.
Parents both artists, yeah.
So, like, did they encourage art at a young age? Or
definitely. My father did. Well, my mother and my father both grew up doing art. They actually met each other studying art at uni. So I was like this art baby. But I've always grown up around it. I've always, just surrounded myself with it. And, things work out how they work out.
Yeah. So were you kind of like drawing as a kid, just sketching things, or?
Yeah, for sure. I started off like small. I think just being around someone of my old man's caliber of work, I think it definitely rubs off when you're at a point, for sure.
What do your parents do, like, specifically?
My dad, he's retired now, but he does some drawing and stuff. Anything, works with aluminium, works with metals, builds sculptures, does paintings, charcoal, fucking anything, bro. He done it.
Yeah. And then in school, I guess you were kind of drawing in textbooks.
Yeah,
I mean,
always drawing. I love drawing in school. It was the only thing I liked to do, you know. I was very passionate about it, but I didn't think it would take me anywhere, to be honest with you, you know. My old man always said that it would be hard to get into, get paid for what you love. And you got to be very lucky, to get paid for what you love doing.
So, like, were you into any other things as a kid? Like,
not really, like anything else.
Some kids
but
into
like,
sport, or
just like I played football, like soccer, and then I skated for a bit and grew up on like graph and stuff. I always loved that, like street culture, and that's who I surrounded myself with, and that's how I grew up.
Yeah, because I think in Perth, like myself and a lot of other people, if you, I don't know, as a creative, you're kind of drawn to like skateboard culture, or like
for sure,
hang out at the skate park and that. There's not too much to do in Perth as a kid, I guess. Like, that's kind of the funnest thing you can do, is just go to the skate park. And
at that time, that was where I wanted to be, 100%.
So just pretty much spending most of your teenage years at the skate park.
Pretty much, yeah. Just skateboarding and just being a delinquent.
Yeah. Because that's how I got into creating stuff as well. It was just like filming skateboarding, taking photos of skateboarding.
Oh, for real? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and the first kind of skate videos I made, that's how I learned how to do videos, just like make skate videos.
Fuck, you've come a long way then, huh?
Yeah. And so you were into skateboarding, or?
Yeah, I skated for fucking ages, bro. Like, it was just, like I said, it's just something that when you surround yourself with that, everyone's into the same thing. And as a kid, that's just what I wanted to do. I was like, fuck, man, I want to go skate, and I couldn't wait for the weekend. When school finished, we'd knock off and go skating, man. Like, go tracks for anywhere, catch a train to anywhere, any skate park, every skate park, a new day.
Yeah, I think it's that. I see skateboarding as like it's a creative art in a way. It's like you see your environment differently. Like when other people see a curb or a set of stairs, like you kind of it's I guess it's how I started seeing the world creatively, because like you see it differently.
I think at an early age, skateboarding and bro, they come like hand in hand.
Yeah.
Like you'd be surprised how much they relate to each other. Well, that for me, that's what it was.
No, I know for sure they go hand in hand. Just, I mean, every skate spot you see, it's surrounded by graffiti. If it's a good skate spot.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So I think it's that, like, when you go to the skate park, it's kind of this place out of society where you can just sort of, like, express yourself a bit more. There's no like, security or...
Oh, there's always security, bro.
Not the skate park, though.
Oh, not at the skate park, but sometimes you want to go a bit further and go to stairs or anywhere that's good, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Doesn't have to be legal.
Yeah.
In a sense.
It starts at the skate park, like, and because that's a
I
place where
was
you
more into like street skating, bro.
Oh, you
I'd much rather find some spots like, and the people I surround myself with, they always wanted to go somewhere and find new spots, you know.
Yeah.
We enjoyed that.
Yeah.
You know? And we always come back to them spots or.
Yeah, same.
You know.
Like we used to just, find abandoned places.
Yeah,
and
like
that's kind of where you
make
can
it work. That was the whole fun of it, because you could
build
take it
your own
anywhere.
spots, yeah.
If you're stuck at a skate park, you just do it there. I mean, it's good, but also you want to get out there and learn new things and do things, and I think that's what drives you.
Yeah, I think also because it's, whether you're a skater or you're into graffiti or whatever, you want to find a place where you can like express yourself and not have because there's, if you're skating, there's certain spots you're going to get kicked out, or like if you're doing graffiti, obviously you can't get caught by security or whoever, or like you just want to, place where you can
get chased
do
out,
what you want to do
Mm-hmm.
and not have like, so I guess a lot of creators are drawn to that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of skaters also get into sort of graffiti art as well. Even myself, whether it's an abandoned spot or whatever, and you're skating and you want to, you could draw something, or there was, all my mates used to have like tags and that sort of thing, but is that that sort of lifestyle is how you got into kind of painting?
For sure. I think a very heavy element of it, impacts me still today. Yeah, of course. Yep.
And I guess that's how you develop yourself creatively. It's mostly,
in a way. I think it definitely starts from that point, but there was a lot of other factors. But a lot of kids skate. A lot of kids ride bikes or fucking scooter, whatever the fuck. But
I'm kind of seeing like that's kind of where your style comes from. It's that graffiti culture or skate culture, kind of anti-establishment culture, because that even skateboarding is kind of outside of the norms of society. It's
interesting to hear you say that, because I don't see it like that. That's just this is who I am. Like I don't see it from the outside perspective like you.
Yeah.
But for me, it's just like it's in me. Like that's how I see things, and that's who I am, and that's how I was brought up, and it's pretty much that's norm. Like, very norm.
No, I think I've noticed with you, and it's kind of different to other creative people, is like maybe others like myself, we think about like the direction we're going in, or like what this means, like or like really like read into what this sort of means or that sort of means. But for you, you're just doing what you love to do. You don't really think about it.
There was no like trying to be the best at anything at that time. It was just I was just really fucking have fun. We were all having fun, man. It was all a vibe. Probably the most funnest thing was getting chased out of spots and creating new spots and finding new places that we can like just hang and like just be left alone.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like you just want to
and mostly
find spots.
Most of the time, those spots would be surrounded by graph, and I'm always one to look at a wall for sure and just take it in. No one else really did, but I was just always like, fuck,
appreciating. The graffiti and that.
Yeah, just little things, but at that time, like I said, there was just being around it.
Yeah, for sure. And then how did you kind of develop your style from there, taking it from the skate park or skate spots or whatever to something more sort of serious?
There was a long time. There was kind of a gap in between that, but for sure it's probably started before that, but it definitely had a heavy influence on me. And then after, sort of started to get a bit more serious.
Did you study like art or anything like that?
I did all the courses when I was at school, I did all the courses in art.
In high school?
Yeah. Like I was pretty much the only dude there, you know what I mean? Like I didn't want to learn theory or none of that bullshit. Like I didn't give a fuck about it. But I like putting myself in that situation where, I could possibly learn something. And I love just creating things like building like sculptures or drawing, and teachers always used to be fucking like chuffing me doing stuff, but like
so as long as you were like the only, you're saying you were only like male in the classroom pretty much?
Yeah, but at a point, I was at the end of fucking school for sure, yeah. But that didn't stop me. I was mad. I'd just be surrounded by old girls, and who doesn't want that?
True.
That was good fun.
But I mean, even coming from Rockingham or whatever, I guess there's less. I don't know. Maybe there'd be less male artists or whatever because it's
100%.
It's a different.
Yeah, I mean,
culture.
I just like some people. Even like I grew up with some of the boys that went did the same like sort of course and study I did, but they just dropped out. Like, it's not for me. I'm like, fuck, man. Like I could do it. I know I could do it. Like I might as well just pass it, just for fuck's sake. But I just wanted like that period, like those 3 periods where I'm in that classroom, that I'd always do something new and something interesting.
Yeah.
And it was almost like not a free period, but it was almost like, fuck, like
could do what you
I'm
want.
looking forward to it, you know what I mean? Like I probably fucked around a bit too much, than I should have, but I think that's the whole just learning process,
Yeah. And then after high school, like what age did you get a tattoo apprenticeship? Like how did you even get into tattooing? Like, because I guess you learned hand lettering and you learned like that creative side.
Yeah, look, I always did like letters, calligraphy, graph, everything of the sort. I drew from a very young age, so everything I've learned, it comes from very young all the way through. So I know what's good and I know what's shit, and I can tell apart what's good and what's shit. But the learning process doesn't just come like that. It literally just comes like through a long time of fucking doing it over and over and over again. And I didn't have like a lot of people to look at, apart from my dad. But he was in a whole nother caliber, He was running the exhibition and the Performing Arts Centre in Mandurah. Like this thing is massive. Like I used to go there as a kid, like a little kid, and like walk in there and be like, fuck, man, like all these artworks and everything. Like you walk through my house, if you didn't know, it'd look like a fucking art gallery. Like, I'm sure some of the boys here would tell the exact same thing.
So definitely, like Dad was in the local art scene.
Of course,
he was running
but like we didn't really sit down and have as such. It was just like day to day, like how do I do, or what can I do better? Or there'll be a couple questions, but more or less it'd just be me surrounding myself with it, and just like you walk into my house, bro, there'll be like as big as this wall, like big portraits of my mom, my brothers, like myself, and it's just like it's.
I guess you didn't necessarily like think about that stuff, but subconsciously it was
subconsciously 100% it rubs off, like because I can tell that that's fucking epic and it takes a long time, and I know what it takes to get to that point, but it come to a stage in my life where I was like, fuck, do I want that or I just want to be normal? And
what do you mean being normal? What's normal?
I suppose like less than average.
Like a regular sort of job.
Yeah, doesn't interest me. I'm not here for a long time, just here for a good time.
Yeah. I guess that's that kind of culture from, skating or whatever, and just going out having fun with mates and creating shit.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course.
It's kind of continued into your brand as it is now.
Yeah.
And then, to get into the, tattoo scene.
Yeah, it was a bit different. I literally, it's a bit off chance, I was meant to go to uni and study building and construction management at Curtin. And about a week before I was meant to start my first semester, someone hit me up and they were like, look, did you see this tattoo shop? they're offering an apprenticeship. I was like, oh, I am mad. They're like, you should hand your stuff in. Like, I've seen you drawing. You're still drawing. I drew, but I didn't do it for anyone else except for me.
Yeah.
So I handed my stuff in. I was like, yeah, didn't really think too much about it. But then, yeah, it sort of got to that point where they were like, they called me and they were like, we want you to come in for an interview. Come in, and they sat me down. They give me a couple sheets of paper and a pencil.
Is that the exam, is it?
No, they were just, I think what I give them, the drawings I give them, they didn't believe that I did them. So they sat me down in front of them and they were like, draw this. They give me 3 things to draw. I drew them like then and there. And they were like, fuck, okay. He actually did them. He can do it. And then the rest is history.
When did it kind of hit that you were kind of above other, like, you know, you could really create something?
Everyone can.
Did you always have like that confidence in yourself behind your art? Like, when did you sort of realize that?
I think the first sort of step I took was just in Perth in the industry. When I started tattooing, we were just doing tattoos. In a sense, they weren't artworks like in themselves.
Stick and poke sort of ones?
No. Like just your basics, you know, just like the white girl tattoo, the whatever, the.
Oh, that's what you started with in the apprenticeship?
Yeah. You just do the simple things. You get to learn your basics and you get to grow from that. But
also, this is in the apprenticeship.
Yeah. This is in the apprenticeship. So we started, and at the time, I didn't really to be honest, I didn't give a fuck about it. I just thought, fuck, I'm gonna get paid for this. It just was something to do. I didn't know. I never. Even to I didn't think it was something that I could earn a living from or even enjoy as much as I do now. But giving that first chance broke everything down for me. And I suppose just getting to that point, it took me a while when I started and I was enjoying it and I was there and I showed up every fucking day. I put my work in. I think at a point I was like, started to get frustrated because I was like, surely there's more to something. There's more to this.
You just felt like it was repetitive and you were doing just the same designs, the same butterfly.
Yeah, and it took me
over.
It was quite quick. Like my apprenticeship was quite quick. I think it was like almost 6 months, probably less than. And I just wanted more and I was chasing it. I dedicated myself so hard that I just like, once you get me in that lane, if I don't surpass whoever's fucking next to me, I'll be very upset and I'll come back again and try. But I think the very first turning point was when, especially in Perth, there's no one that really at that time was acing anything realistic or going the extra mile. People used to fly to Melbourne or Sydney, like the proper spots, to get the proper work. And I was like, fuck, man, well, why can't they just come to me? Like, I'm pretty sure I could do that. So I started giving away free tattoos and got my mates in, just like people who just give up some skin. And I get them to come in and, let me do this realistic skull, start some black and grey. And then it take me a while, but at the end of the day, I was happy with it, and it was good. And if I see it today, I'm still happy with it, I try not to ever rush things, but I think, just trying realistic stuff because I knew no cunt could do it. And I was like, fuck, I think I can do it. And I tried that. And then from that black and grey step, from that realism, then I stepped up. When I did my first one and everyone was like, fuck, do you want to tattoo me? I had so many messages just like, fuck, you can do this? Oh,
yeah.
Fuck, like, can we get in with you? And I was like, all right, well, let's step it up another one. So I went like colour realism and then they just went bang.
Was that during your apprenticeship or after?
No, it was after.
Yeah, so you kind of, I guess the apprenticeship, you were learning the basics.
Yeah.
And
getting the grasp.
Yeah.
Yep.
Once you graduated, you kind of worked more on your style and
yeah, of course, yeah. There's a certain point where you learn the basics. You have to, There's just so many styles in tattooing that it's good to be versatile, but at the same time, there's a point where you break away and do your thing.
Yeah, for sure. And yet it takes quite a while to find your style.
100%. For some people, it takes years.
Yeah,
takes years, man. Like it takes a lot of time. Like, I haven't just started yesterday. I've been doing this a long fucking time, bro. Yeah.
Sure. And today, I guess your style, you're known for your realism, your kind of use of text and
Yeah, like letters.
typography,
Yeah.
letters.
I started doing letters before, like when I was fucking around a bit before I even got my apprenticeship, and then I started doing them. But then there was at that time there was more of a demand in Perth for like actual pieces. Started off with like bold, like trad, like easy shit, and then banging them out, and then it started to get a bit more technical, and I just wanted to challenge myself.
Yep.
More realistic stuff because it was harder for people to do. Not many people couldn't ace that and do a really good job and have the tattoos come back really nicely healed. Like,
Yeah, especially in Perth, I guess there's less.
Yeah, but
tattoo artists or
I
whatever.
think I just wanted to fill that fucking spot
Yeah.
because I noticed it was open, and I didn't fully understand why.
I think that's because I've talked to a few creatives on this podcast, and it's like it's a similar thing that drives these creatives to do, become something better. Is like,
Yep.
Even with what you're saying with realism, they had to maybe fly out to national spots to get photorealism, and you're like, no,
For quality, for sure.
Fill that spot. So yeah, a lot of creatives kind of realize that like they can be that person to bring that to the city because this
in a sense that's what it was. Yeah, for sure.
Because like I guess Perth's more isolated.
Very. Yep.
So yeah, we got to bring what's not. You got to fill that space, as you were saying.
Yeah. I just felt like I belonged there, and I wanted it that bad that no one could stop me.
100%. Have you ever wanted to kind of move like to a spot internationally
100%.
or something like that?
Yeah, of course. I've had things. I've stayed a lot of places for a long time, but it comes and goes, and you stay over there for 6 months, you come back and you fuck around. And, excuse me. But I think Perth for me is good. I enjoy it. I don't like the hustle and bustle. I like being able to do what I want when I want. It sort of opens it up. That doesn't disclude the fact. I think one of the most important things for me was getting out there and learning from other people, just putting myself in a position where I was uncomfortable, even from the top artists, just surrounding myself with them, surrounding myself with people who wanted to do better than your fucking like average.
Yeah.
And I think that helped a long way. Like I'd just sit there and watch. Like there'd be a couple of times where I could be sitting here making money. I'd be like, fuck, like I'd just sit next to him, and just for all the day, I just hang around the tattoo shop, like go over to Melbourne, eat Oculus, and I just sit next to fucking whoever, like Benny or people I was admiring at, still to this day, but just sort of just sitting there and just watching them for like hours.
Yeah.
And you pick up things that they can't teach you because I don't know how to fully explain it, but
you're just learning from watching.
You learn from, you learn a lot. I learned a lot from watching. Like even when I went to Europe, I just sit around like Germany or wherever, Greece. I just sat down and watched. Like I'm not, I'm like, don't get me wrong, money makes the world go round. But at certain points, you need to cut your ties and just fucking. If you want to better yourself, sometimes you have to give something to win something.
Yeah, no, 100%. Also think as creatives, like we're always, I don't know if it's kind of what you were saying, back when you used to, hang around a skate park or whatever, you're always observing things, like looking, like you're taking in different visuals. It's not only like looking at watching a tattoo artist, but like for me as a photographer, I'm taking in other things.
The graphics on the deck, like always like, fuck, how would I do mine? Like, fuck, I don't know, maybe one day, whatever, everything. The color, what colors I had, would I have it plain? Would I have letters? Would I have picture? Would I have trad? Would I have realistic?
It's like obsessing over it. Like
it's just like conscious thoughts that go through my head all the time, but I don't speak them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And recently you've launched, you've kind of made your name for yourself, at least in, Perth and WA, and you've obviously got some fans nationally and internationally. But you've also got, you've kind of made sort of merch around your brand as well. Like you've got some. Yeah. So talk about that.
Well, this come a little bit later. It wasn't anything that I fully set my sights on at a point, but I sort of got sick of just buying shit from brands that were like just whack. You know, like I wanted to just wear what I wanted to wear. And it started with me and my brother, Colin, you know, Colin. Really just sort of, we made a tease for ourselves. And then we're like, yeah, we're just fucking rocking because this is like our style, you know, we're happy with this. And then everyone was like, fuck, we're going to one of them. I was like, yeah, we'll print another one or print two or print whatever. And then I think we did another one, and then people were like, got even bigger, and people were like, fuck, like, how can I get one of them? I seen one of the boys wear them, like, how can I get one, or can I buy that one off your back? Like, I'm like, fuck, like, and then for the next one, we just sort of did like a little, like a mini, like sort of release, just sort of, so everyone from where I grew up and my boys and like the people who I valued and surround myself with could, you know, share in this, like, sharing this process, like
be a part of it.
Yeah, like, but it, like I said, it was nothing like that. It was just like, just something that I wanted to do. Yeah, like I don't think it was too much.
You weren't thinking of in terms of like monetary.
No, never,
like monetizing
never.
You're just like, you want to like people.
I was very lucky to have people who, like, generally just sort of loyal to the fact that I appreciated them and they appreciated me, and it just went a long way.
For sure.
Yeah.
Has that been like a big part of, I guess, your brand? Like you kind of supporting the people that sort of support you, and
yeah, of course, it goes without saying, I think.
Yeah, and then because I think did you?
But
do
it got to a point where nowadays if we print something, it sells very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it start with those stickers? Because I remember.
So the stickers?
Like, did it start with, like, how did you get the
stickers? Stickers are a different story.
Like, how did you build, you know,
we had a few different, like, competitions and stuff when we had the stickers. So the original sticker is like a traditional painting of Jesus Christ. And we just kind of, the first sticker, we sort of fucked him up and put a balaclava on him. You know, he big, like the big sun halo on the back of him. And then we just sort of give him a fucking Gucci robe and shit, you know, just like fucking with it a bit, because I think it looked fucking sick. And we, you know, we let them fly for a bit, and we did a couple other ones. And I didn't really think too much of it. And then we hit a bit of backlash when we started getting a bit of negativity from.
Why's that?
It's a long story. Well, the cops come into the shop and they accused me of being like a part of some fucking organisation, and they come see me again at my house, and then like there's a lot. It's a long story, but I don't want to get into it. But at the end of the day, it had an effect, whether it was a negative or a positive.
They thought it was some kind of like gang affiliation or something.
It could be whatever
like
the fuck it is, whatever, bro. But at the end of the day, it had an impact, and I think it speaks for itself. You take it wherever the fuck you want, like. But the people who know me and grew up with me understand the fact that this is all art, bro.
Yeah, for sure. And how did you build that sort of following? Because I know, you know, you're a well-known sort of tattoo artist in Perth. How did you build it up? Because for some people, it's through social media, like posting videos or whatever. Do you think it was mostly organic, or you grew a lot through social media and like showing your stuff online? And
yeah, just sharing stuff, just being a part of it, and like I said, the clothing side of things, like it can be anything. It's not even clothing. Like we had some rugs, we have everything, bro. It was really just another way to express ourselves. Yeah, but have everyone involved.
Yeah, I guess that's what I've noticed with your style. It's like you're just kind of creating what you want to create. You're not kind of like thinking like, oh, I'm going to do this because it's going to make money or anything like that.
No, never.
And
it's still to this day, isn't it?
You don't, and even like talking to you don't necessarily, think like what's the next plan, or you know the next plan. Yeah.
Oh, we got the plan. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, we go hard. You know what we're doing. You know, but at that time, you're talking about when we started. Like, this is how it happened.
Oh yeah.
You know, but like
Now you've got more of
it's
a
whole
business
different fucking
business
story.
structure.
Yeah. Now we got something. It's fucking it's fucking proper.
Yeah. And yeah, I want to talk about, you know, some of the promotion you've done behind these shirts. Like, so far, how many shirts have you, like, styles of shirts have you released? Because you've got, you know, the recent one was the Mac Miller one, and then before that was the Dreams.
Fucking rip Mac. The Mac Miller one was a good one.
What was the one? The first one you launched?
Fuck, man.
It was just like a logo tee.
There's been a few. Yeah, there's been a couple stable tees, and there's been like different fits, and then there's been more or less like the lettering ones, black and red. There's been a couple of them. We did recent collab with Ors, and just people I know, just locals, and just things I enjoy doing, but 'cause I ain't got no time for anything else.
And like representing where you're from.
Yeah, 100%. Look, we got a couple of things in the works, but you know, it's good to have. You know, it's good. I'm very blessed to be where I am. You know,
and even because I've noticed representing where you're from is like a big part of like your art, what you create, how you present yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, why is representing where you're from important to you?
Because people live and breathe that, bro. They either fucking live for that, or they'll probably die for that.
Even on the all right, so I want to jump into talking about the photo show we did, which is
So which one was that?
Because we've done a couple, but
Lucy, but do you reckon you get me a water, buff? Thank you, cuzzy. Sorry, buff.
All good.
I'm thirsty.
The Dreams. What is it? Dreams.
Oh, Die With Memories, Not Dreams.
Die With Memories, Not Dreams.
Yeah, for sure. I fucking love that shirt, man. Like, just even the meaning, hearing that, Dying With Memories, Not Dreams. Fucking okay. Yeah, I'm about that, I tell ya. But the shoot that we did, that was just sort of fucking, like, even when I hit you up, I was like, fuck, let's do, thank you, brother. Yeah, even when I hit you up, I was like, let's make something sort of happen. I'm sure I had some sort of idea, but really, I had no idea, you know. And at the end of the day, I think you come down, you're like, what's going on? I was like, so I made a few calls, and the people, like, again, people who supported me, I support them, you know, it works out. They all come down. And I think we ended about like fucking 30 people just rocking up just on the street, like dirt bikes and everything. We just make it happen. Like, that's just local. You know, I can't go to Melbourne and do that. You know, it'd be something different. But this is where I'm from. Like, this is where I grew up. I know these people. I know what they're about. Yeah,
I don't think we could have achieved that anywhere else but Rocco. Like,
exactly. If you're coming to me, that's where it's going to be at.
Because, I came in, we had a chat. You were like, I want this idea, like bikes and like flares. And I was like,
no idea, bro. I had less clues than anyone else, bro. And I was in charge. I had no idea. But did we make it happen?
Fuck, it went off. It was one of the it was one of the most memorable, craziest shoots I've ever done.
Well, that makes me happy, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Because you told me like bikes, or I don't know who came up with the flare idea.
I don't know, man.
But I wanted some color in there. So
mostly I enjoy spontaneous things, and I think that is the best way to do it.
And something I noticed with our creative process is like, it's just because I'm normally the one like trying to overthink, like, is it going to work like this?
Yeah. I think you did.
And then you're just like,
just let it run, bro.
Yeah.
Like, the boys will show up and they'll fucking do their thing. Like, this is how it is.
And then we say like, it'll work out. Like, it'll just work out.
Yeah.
You just got to get it running.
Yeah.
So, I pulled up at your house. All your boys were there out the back just having drinks. You put on some drinks for them.
Yeah. And the boys are still here.
Yeah, they're here watching.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, clock hit 7:30 or something. Everyone just jumped on the bikes. We went.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like, I mean, and the cops were too late. They pulled up when we got back.
I need you to talk us through that whole shoot. Talk us through it.
Oh, man, I can't remember, bro, to be honest with you. Like,
I'm more excited about it than you.
Yeah. Like, fuck, you'd remember more than me, bro. But, I mean, I remember we took like 6 cars down to the down to the end there, bro, and we were just fucking caving it up. Like, but you got to understand, like, this isn't like we were talking about before, this isn't like something that's planned. Like, this is what we do when we're there. This is like almost every weekend, every day thing. This is what it is. Like, there's no fake. That is it, bro.
Just another day in Rocco sort of thing.
Yeah, but it's good fun, isn't it?
It's fun.
It's fun, bro.
And, man, I got the craziest footage.
Yeah, man, you got some sick shots. It was good fun, bro. I remember at one point we were fucking smashing it down the main road with, in the back of the tray in the ute, and all the boys stacked in like all the trays in the ute, just fanging it. Bro, imagine if fucking got pulled up like that, bro. Probably just would have went in the dunes. Yeah. But we know our way around.
Yeah, no, it was a experience for sure, and the video and the photos came out sick, and had to go with the shirts, bro. And that. People love the shirts.
Bro. Bam, done.
Yeah.
Next one.
And then the latest one was awesome, but the one before that was the Mac Miller one.
Yep.
So what inspired you to do
I've always been a mad fan of Mac Miller, like straight from the dot. Like when I was back at school, like this is all we listened to. Like I think I was in Europe at the time, tattooing, and he passed, and I was fucking real shocked. Like I didn't even believe it. Like I had to call a couple of people to be like, "Fuck, did he? Like what the fuck?" And I think a part of me wanted to like just fucking like share his legacy, and the way for me was to tattoo like portraits of him or his face, you know, or whatever, his lyrics or you name it. But at a stage, I think I uploaded something. I was like, look, fucking the first 2 people, 3 people to come to me, I'll do your tattoos for free. I want to fucking do it, man. This is like, it means a lot to me.
100%. What was it about Mac that you kind of were inspired by?
I'm not too sure, bro. I just fucking vibe with him, everything, man. He had all styles, everything, every genre. Like he had something for everyone, and I think it really speaks true. I enjoyed him, man, and you know it sucks that he's not here, mate. You know, it was good listening, and I don't think anyone would tell you different.
Yeah, no, he was just talented, creative, even as a kid.
Yeah,
Like as a kid, you could see he was just highly creative.
Come out of nowhere, bro, and this is just him just doing his thing, man. And he was just like a little kid from fucking Pittsburgh. Like he's just, man, he made something out of nothing. And
then you wanted to kind of represent him, make like a shirt for him.
Yeah, well, I mean, we originally, like back in the day, we did like one of the first releases where we actually used my tattoos in the shirt image, and they were like villains, you know what I mean? Like I think it was like Davy Jones and there was a couple like images in there. There was like 3, and then some letters, but then for this one, we wanted to sort of bring that old vintage vibe back. You know, you get those old school Harley shirts. We pretty much based it off something like that. You know, the more you wash them, the better they get, the more grungy, like the look, and I just love that feel because they're timeless, you know. But for the Mac Miller shirt, I remember me even trying to buy something and being like, fuck, all these shirts are fucking horrible. Like, they're all whack. They're not fit shit. They're just like... And I was like, I've done enough Mac Miller tattoos that we can make something like, generally, like, give something to someone that they would actually appreciate. And I know I would. So, fuck, you know, it was sort of like... And then we actually realised that, fuck, a date was coming up, and I was like, man, you know... We can do this. I'd love to wear this, and I think the people like would too.
100%.
We sort of made that happen. It was good, man. It was actually one of the best feelings for sure.
Yeah, and again with that, the shoot for that, it was kind of the same process. Like,
yeah, I mean, fuck, man, I hate planning shit out. You know,
and just came up with some ideas.
I liked it to be genuine because this is what it is. You know, like I like to bring people into how I feel and how, you know, my fucking day to day. This is like, and hopefully people appreciate that. And I think obviously they did.
Talk us through the shoot. Like, where did we do it? What did we do?
Man,
do you remember?
I don't even we literally made it up on the spot. As far as I'm concerned, like, I mean, you know, we had a couple of people here, and we're just, you know, doing our thing, and like these cunts were, you know, rolling up, and we were just drinking, and like it was just a good vibe. It was good energy. Everyone listened to Mac, and then we went for a little trip, and we, you know, I think we went to the beach,
City Beach. The
Yeah,
little
I think you even planned it on that day. You were like, we should go here. I was like, fuck it, let's go there. So we all hopped in the car, we all went there, and it was just, went for a little shred. Fucking Lukey was there. Shout out to Chris O2, wherever the fuck he is, probably down south. But yeah, just good fun, man. It's just like
shredded the little bowl on top of the City Beach, and
that was mad fun.
Good vibes.
Yeah. And we even like after that, we did a couple other things. It was just, it worked out. It worked out perfectly. Is what I'm trying to say.
And then your latest release was a collaboration with Ors. Shout out to
Chunky. Yeah, I think he's in Bali now. I think he's got his fight on right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's fighting in Bali right now.
Is that live streaming?
Crazy cunt. Oh, we probably live stream in a sec, bro. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy because I was at that fight club where he's holding. I think it's
Sumo. That's the one.
Fight Club.
Yeah.
And I just went in there because I was with a friend and I did a session there, like a boxing session. I was like, damn, this is a sick spot. Like,
yeah, mad.
I was
I've
like,
never been there, but yeah, fuck. I was talking to him this morning, bro. Yeah, no, it's mad. There's anything going on. Fucking good luck to him, bro. But he's from here. He's
Midland.
He's a Perth boy. Yeah, Midland. Yeah, but when it works out, huh?
Yeah. So you guys had that collaboration recently.
Yeah, we had it at the shop, the Villains.
Yeah,
that's where we are at the moment. Yeah, Villains Tattoo Shop. It's in Mount Hawthorn.
So what happened on that night? Was it?
We try to just bring together sort of like, again, try just be more natural and just is what it is. We all ended up rocking up here. We had some people come through, free drinks, free food. I was tattooing. We had Marty from 111 come over.
Bugatti.
Yeah, Marty. Shout out to Marty Bugatti from 111. And then, he just did a set. We just had music playing. We had, like, good people, good energy. And it was just like, fuck, man. This is like, I always see it as if I was to go somewhere, what I would want to see, what I would be around, like, what I would enjoy. And those were the things that, like I said, again, nothing was ever, like, planned to a T. It was just, sometimes it works out the way it works out. And everyone come through and had a good time, I feel. It was just good energy, and everyone, like, it's just support of both brands and supporting the locals and supporting the people who we appreciate. Yeah, for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
I think as creators, like, I'm creating what I want to see, and like I think that's the same with you. Like, you create what you like. You're creating what.
Yeah. Because I got no time for anything else, bro. I might fucking die tonight, and I fucking cut, God for sake, cross my fingers and that, but. You're not guaranteed life. Fucking, like, if you want to do something, bro, do it now. Just do it, man. Like, people are so concerned about so much other shit, and the guarantee people, some people grow up differently. But the way I see it is, fuck, man, you do it, bro, you're gonna fall behind.
Because you're creating what you want to wear. You're creating the art you want to see. You're creating, like, the put that event that you want to go to.
Yeah.
It's like all about just
like tats, fucking drinks, like food, merch, like get a shirt, like the only like fuck. That's what I want to be around, bro. I don't know about you, but yeah.
So what's next on the Kail merch line? When are the Kail bed sheets coming out? That's what everyone wants to know.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's a good idea, bro. Yeah, I like that. Oh fuck,
Kail socks. Christmas is coming.
We got a few things. I might make a couple more rugs, and we'll just. I mean, fuck, we were the first person to even, like, get some rugs in, man. They went flying, bro, out the door, like, big rugs. They were sick. I didn't even cop one, bro. I tried to buy one off the boys, and he was like, nah, bro, this is mine. I was like, bro, I fucking made them, bro. Give me that one. Yeah. But, like, I think at the same time, we want to steer it in the right direction. I think I don't want to be printing willy-nilly. Like, we don't print, like, massive, and, like, we print mass for the drop, and that's about it. But I don't want to be like, I'm always one to not walk around with the same thing that everyone else is wearing. So if we can distinguish between that, have a consistent drop and do things that are like generally that me and Colin want to wear.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we've got a few things. We might do like a bucket or a fucking a couple sports type jersey, fucking. We got a few things, bro. But at the same time, it's just like a learning process. It's something that we want to do. It's something that we enjoy, and it'll come when it's ready, bro. We're chilling.
Have you got like a team around you as well?
Yeah, I'm very blessed. I don't think anyone's doing what I'm doing in the position I'm in. Like, I tattoo for a living, I tattoo every day pretty much. And at the same time, if you want to succeed in something else, you got to place your trust in other people. There's only one way. And I'm very fortunate to the fact that I have those people around me. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, because I think if you're an artist, like if you get to some sort of level, you got to have people.
Of course, if you want to expand anything, bro,
yeah.
if you want to own a business, you want to do whatever the fuck, like, you can't do it by yourself, bro. Don't be an idiot. Like, you know what I mean?
Sick
like
of doing invoices.
Yeah, you pay people to do that. Or, you bring people on that you trust, and I think just fucking general, just loyalty, just respect is just like, I really have no time for anything else.
Yeah, you just want to create, so you got to have other people around you doing stuff.
Well, it helps, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it helps for sure. I mean, let's not beat around the bush. It is what it is. Like, this is how it is. But also at the same time, everyone gets paid. Everyone's happy. At the end of the day, it comes down to how it actually fucking works.
Yep.
This is how it works.
And you did a drop recently. You had 20 prints. You did a unique, Kail print.
Oh, we don't really do many prints. Like, I know a lot of artists do, but there was something that I just was working on for ages. I was like, fuck, I was really happy with it. It had so many layers. It took me so long to do. I was like that calligraphy, like using the Bali symbol, like this one here, and then sort of just forming it into creating that Japanese feel, the samurai thing, and the mask, and it just come together so well that I was just so happy with it. And when I finished it, I didn't even think like, fuck, this could be a cool print. But at the same time, so many people hit me up for things that they could buy to have in their house or their business, or just have like something, arty, And I was like, shit, well, I don't want 100 of these going around or 50 of these going around. So I'm like, I think we end up printing out of 20 a piece, and that was it. Like, that's something that, all signed, all like 1 out of 20 signed, like everything comes with certificate. I think it just makes that bit more unique, and that's what I would want. So that's what I appreciate, and I think it goes vice versa. Yeah.
100%. What went into the actual design and concept of that mask?
Well, the concept was just trying to use like my calligraphy and my letters to make a picture that wasn't just, realistic or fucking trad or whatever the fuck. Like, I think I just haven't seen it quite. I've seen similar things, but nothing done to that sort of caliber at this time. So I just thought that, I would want to hang this shit on my wall, bro,
Yeah.
I would want this in my house. Like, I mean, tell me how
did you have, for the design of that print, were you like, I'm going to make this for a print, or you just kind of like playing around the iPad and you were
I was just playing around. There was no idea for a print, not at all, bro. But then, like I said, there was people that were hitting me, like, I had numerous messages about, fuck, they just wanted something for themselves. Even like people in the US or UK, like sometimes they miss out on these drops or these clothes, and they just, they have businesses themselves and they just want something to stick up. It gives it a bit of character, it allows you to put up something that you appreciate. And, I have people who've been following me for fucking years, and they just, want a piece for themselves, something that they could have, something that's unique, And,
yeah, because Japanese art's kind of, I guess that's what inspires that mask.
Yeah,
the mask is a you see it a lot in the tattoos that you make, and also that print.
Yeah. Again, you're speaking from like how you see it, which is interesting when you tell me, because I don't necessarily see it the same way as you.
Yeah, I think because as I was saying, you're different from other creators. We like, most creatives kind of like, they think consciously of what this represents or what this means or like where this comes from, but you're just kind of in the moment creating. You're just like, oh, this looks sick, let's do it.
Some of the best pieces I've seen, like people, even like art critics, they're just like looking at something and they've always got an opinion, Everyone's got their own opinion. They're always just like looking at it like, well, this means that and that. And some people are just like, well, that means that and that means, and then people are just like, that just looks fucking sick. Yeah. Like, I want that. Like, you don't have to, it doesn't have to have a meaning. It doesn't have to have If it looks good, man, it looks good. If it's well done, it's well done. If it's quality, it's quality. If it's just fucking shit, it's shit.
Yeah. 100%.
Hey, bro, do you reckon I could grab a drink? We got any drinks? Got some liquor? Thank you, bro. Sorry, I'm thirsty.
That's all good. And now you've kind of got to the point where, you know, you're a full-time tattoo artist. You're, you know, working every day.
Yep.
How do you intend to kind of expand your brand? Because I feel like as a tattoo artist, like...
Well, tattooing for me will always be there, without a word of a doubt. But at the same time, I'm always on the search. I'm always on the hunt for new things. And I think exposing yourself to other things, it always gives you an upper hand. Whether you win or lose, it still gives you that edge. You know, we might come to the point where we finish this road and it's like, fuck, well, you know, we sort of didn't get what we needed or whatever. We didn't learn enough. Then we can judge it then. You know what I mean? And there'll always be something else, you know. I might be a fucking professional skydiver for all I fucking know, you know. Do anything you want. That's how I feel. I might work at a zoo, bro, and just pet tigers and shit.
You're definitely in the moment, man. Like, you're just doing whatever...
I think you have to be, bro.
Whatever comes to you.
I think you have to be. I generally appreciate that, and I think that's how things should be. But you know, that's just me.
100%.
Oh my G, thank you, brother, boss. Did you want one?
I'm all good.
Yeah.
All good. So do you want to expand your brand kind of further outside of Australia,
man, of
or
course.
maybe
I want to work with new people. I want to put myself in their shoes. I want to see how they operate. It's just about expanding and growing. Like, same thing I did with tattoos. I put myself out there and I was learning. I would take that and I put it into my own work, and I'd take this and, you know, just like over time, it generally just creates something very original and unique. Same thing as at this point we're doing with like the merch and stuff. It's something that I want to do and I'm very passionate about, but also there's other venues that there's other things that we can go to and people that we can meet up with, and it's all about just growing and learning more. And if you don't put yourself in there, then you might as well be in a fucking grave.
Because I see how you're operating is like, your people are hitting you up and saying, "Oh, do you have a shirt?" or "Can I get this on a shirt?"
Yeah.
And then you're thinking about launching a shirt, or
it's very natural.
You're not
in a sense. Like, I ain't no fucking corporation. We're not pumping out shirts left, right, and center. You can go buy them fucking anywhere. Like, everyone has the same shirt. It's not how it works, bro, and it will never be that way.
Because I think a lot of crews, they want to jump ahead. They want to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna release a shirt," but no one's actually like hit them up. There's no like demand for that. Yeah, you're kind of just like in the moment. People hitting you up. "Oh, do you have a print for this, or do you have a shirt?"
Yeah,
and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna do." Some
I
prints.
feel it's just very genuine, bro, and that's what I pride myself with. It's just it takes its natural course, bro. You know, you can't fight fate. It's gonna fucking happen, or you know, you just deal with it, man.
So in terms of the future or whatever, you don't think too much in like the future and expanding your brand and that, like you're just
no, of course I have, for sure, but in a sense where it'll happen naturally. You know, I'm not stuck up on one idea or the other. You know, I have people to help me, and you know, it's not only just me anymore. You know, I got to look after other people. So in a sense where, you know, it'll come the way it's meant to. Like, I can't give anything. I'm not going to give anything away at this point because it's, you know, we're still working. You know, there's other things that I want to do for sure. There's other people I want to, you know, be around for sure. You know, there's places I want to be for sure. Like, it's just, you know, it'll come, but
take it as it comes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a very big believer in that.
And what advice would you give to someone who wants to get into, you know, tattooing, who wants to become an apprentice? Where do they start?
I don't know, bro. Maybe you should ask Luke.
We'll get Luke on the next episode.
Yeah. Fuck apprentices, huh?
Or just someone who wants to get started. Someone who wants to get to someone who wants to get to where you are.
Nah, well, fuck, man. Like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. I know the ins and outs, man, and I'm still learning, so it's good. You know, it always keeps me on my toes. But in a sense where, fuck, man, if you want to start, man, you start. And tattoo apprenticeship ain't like no other apprenticeship. You know, it's very different. But as soon as you can grasp, you know, how it works, and you're happy with where you are, and you're learning. You're still learning and you're still creating and you're still enjoying yourself, and every day's different. you know, you love it. You love it from the beginning to the end, and it never ends, man. That's the best thing.
So if you want to do it, just do it. Just message.
Just do it, man. So many people I've spoken to are so uptight and like fucking, even like just like money and like, I understand. Don't get me wrong, I understand. But like, look, if you don't put yourself out there, then fuck, man. It's up to you. Like literally, you can fucking work at Macca's, can't and fucking serve me a cheeseburger, or you can come here and do something real.
So just put yourself out there, put your work out there.
100%.
If you know, message people, email people if they
man, you gotta chase it. You gotta chase that dream. If you want to be average, then be average, man. But that ain't me.
What's that quote again on the shirt? Live
more to life.
No, the dreams shirt.
Oh, die with memories, not dreams.
That's
exactly it, bro. That's it. Die with memories, not dreams.
You want
to have their memories, bro. Don't keep dreaming about this shit.
Do it. Do it every day.
Yeah. No, it's good, man. Surround yourself with good people, you know? Can't go wrong.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on and having a chat.
Thank you very much, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Good,
for having me.
Good having a chat with you. Where can people find you on social media?
On Instagram, it's Khail Tatua, Khail. And Facebook will be the same thing, Khail Tatua. I won't be giving out anything else unless I give you the password to book in with me.
And yeah, thanks again.
Thank you.
Check the link in description for everything else. Oh yeah, lastly, any upcoming shirts or launches or prints? What's on the horizon?
I've been trying not to say anything, bro. Nah, yeah, there is, bro. But you follow me on Instagram.